the ancient way of making bread using 3 simple ingredients.
That's right. Joining us in the CI kitchen this afternoon is the owner of woman-owned business, Mo's Dough. It's Morgan Fanta. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. What a spread.
Tell us a little bit about Mo's Dough, how you got started in the sourdough business.
So I found sourdough about 4 years ago during the pandemic, and once I discovered it, there was no turning back. So I've always been into baking, but sourdough is a whole different ball game.
What about sourdough got you so engaged with it?
A lot of experimenting happens during sourdough, and it's really scientific, and I was really drawn to that part of it.
But there's only 3 ingredients, which I would think would be challenging to create such amazing, pieces of bread here.
Yes. Or art.
Right?
I mean, look at some of this is really intricate.
It absolutely is. Tell me a little bit about the starting process, because is this Priscilla?
This is Priscilla, my sourdough starter.
I didn't know they had names. That's so fun.
Everyone likes to name their own, so that's...
Wait, so you created the starter yourself?
I did, yes.
From scratch?
From scratch.
How do you do that?
Yeah, is that hard?
It's a science experiment in itself, and it took a couple of months to get it prepped enough so that I could bake with it and it be successful with baking. But I made it with just combining a little bit of flour and water in a jar, and every day I would take a little bit out and add a little bit more, and after time went on, she was born.
Now, so is it just the natural, is bacteria the right word? What is it that gets into it that makes it the sourdough?
Natural bacteria in the air.
In the air, so just
create the wild yeast.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't that just so cool, though, at the same time? So tell me a little bit about some of the bread that you've got here today that is all sourdough.
Yes, everything is made with my sourdough starter. These 2 loaves right here are just plain artisan loaves. They're a little bit crunchier. I also make a soft sandwich loaf. That's easy, like kids like that one a little bit more. These are sourdough croissants. I've got some chocolate and some plain. This is a Italian herb and garlic salt focaccia.
Ooh, wow.
There's also a lot of olive oil involved in that. And then I have a couple bagels over here. We have cinnamon sugar on this side and everything bagel on the other side.
I'm sorry, those cinnamon sugar bagels look more like donuts to me.
They sure do. Okay, I think maybe we should cut it so people can see what it actually does look like on the inside. I mean, it's almost too pretty to cut with your beautiful designs on here.
Thank you.
But yeah, so how would you best use this loaf of bread?
I like to use it for avocado toast, or we like to actually throw it on the grill with some butter and garlic salt and make garlic toast out of that. I also will cut it and slice it and put it in the freezer. I'll just take a frozen piece out and pop it right into my toaster, and it comes out perfectly every time.
Well, you had me at the grill.
Yeah.
That sounds like my speed right there. Grilled bread.
Grilling it
with
really
garlic.
amplifies the flavor.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
Okay,
now, while you're cutting that, question for you. I've heard that sourdough has some health benefits, especially for those that have a gluten intolerance.
Yes,
is that true?
That is true. The fermentation process actually helps to pre-digest the gluten for us, so that when we eat it, it is easier on our bodies to digest.
Well, look at that. Wow, it's not, I was kind of picturing something more dense, but that looks light and fluffy.
Yes, if it's fermented properly, it should be light and fluffy.
Yeah, show it right there, that way. There we go, beautiful.
Look at that.
Where can people find you? Because you started this obviously at home.
I did, yes. I am on Facebook and Instagram, and I am about to release a website as well.
Fantastic.
So stay tuned for the release of that website.
Stay tuned, yes.
And she's a woman-owned business. Can we also highlight that? Because it is March. We've been featuring women-owned businesses here. So what do you hope for the future of Mo's Dough?
I just hope that I can help bring good bread into people's kitchens and kind of eliminate them buying them from the store.
Yes, very good, because it's something useful to know how to do, and even though it may be a little challenging at the beginning.
At the beginning, but once you get going, it's really not as intimidating as it may seem.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
And if you can't figure it out, well, we know Morgan now. So we've got a good connection.
Get your bread from Mo's Dough, and this looks truly amazing. Thanks so much for showing this to us, and I'm going to taste it.
Yes, go for it. Okay, well, Ryan's tasting. If you want to learn more about Morgan and Mo's Dough, there's a look at her website, and we, of course, will connect you with that at our website, ciLiving.tv, after today's show.
This is delicious.
Thank you.